Y'all ready for this?
This is djWHEAT from the Championship Gaming Series, and we've got our second semifinal from the CGS World Finals. And of course, we've got the Birmingham Salvo versus the Carolina Core. Now, we already know that San Francisco has moved ahead to the finals bracket, but which of these teams will go up against that powerhouse? Well, our first game was FIFA. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Anomaly up in the first game, trying to give his team a good head start, and after all, he was the man chasing not only a second North American title, but also a second world title. Would he reach that final? We'd have to wait and see. 5 games to go. He started off well. It was a shaky kind of game, never really getting into any kind of rhythm for either player, but he did manage to win out a 1-0 victory over Bazza as we headed into Dead or Alive Female.
Gave the Core an early lead, 1 point, but now Dead or Alive Female surfaces, where of course we've got Mystic taking on Sarah Lou. Now, after the first round, I thought for certain that Sarah Lou was going to easily take this matchup, but Mystic fought as hard as she's ever fought before, and she ended up taking the victory 5-4. Now, would these points come back to haunt her later on? It's unclear. That made the overall score 4-6. Mystic pulls out a great victory.
Yes, absolutely. Counter-Strike Source was our third matchup, and this one was intriguing for Birmingham. Could they bounce back after being destroyed by Mexico, and could the Core turn up and fight hard, because sometimes they've been known to fall asleep during a Counter-Strike game. Birmingham Salvo were very good, very impressive first half, had a 5-4 victory on the first half. Even better in the second half, though. They really came to play this evening and won out 11-7.
Yeah, absolutely. The Salvo, they were definitely bringing it. The Core, they had some key moments in the matchup, but really it was Salvo who shined just immensely during that matchup. That made the overall score 15-13, a 2-point lead, but no longer in the Core's favor, now in the Birmingham Salvo's favor. And that took us to a very exciting fourth match.
It certainly did, because now it meant that because they had the advantage going into the second last game, if they were to win by 6-1, i.e. a first and second place, that would be it. They would be through to the World Final, the first ever European to do so. In fact, the first team outside of North America to do so. As it was, they held on grimly to that 1-2 lead through the first couple of laps, and you thought for a second they might actually be able to pull it off. In the end, Generally Live managed to do the takeout, Phantom squeaked through in the second, and it was all back down to the final game. But the good news for Birmingham Salvo was they'd won the Forza Motorsport by 5-2. It meant that they led 20-15 going into the final game, and that would mean Offbeat Ninja had to come up with some magic and a 5-0 win.
You're absolutely right. Offbeat Ninja from the Carolina Core had to go up against Messi. Now, Messi's record, well, it's pretty scattered. It's all over the board. He's beaten some fierce competitors, but he also has fallen many times. So Offbeat Ninja needed 5 rounds in order to tie it up to make it 20-20. And that is exactly what he did, which meant we went into franchise overtime, and because the final game was Dead or Alive Male, that meant one final round would be played in Dead or Alive Male. I think it's pretty clear that that made it a very crucial and cutthroat situation. Could Messi do it, or would it be Offbeat Ninja? Well, I'd like to keep you in suspense, but it was Messi who pulls out the amazing 6-round win to make it 21-20, and finally, the Birmingham Salvo is the first team to move on to the World Final in the Championship Gaming Series. Now, we caught up with Messi after his win, and although he didn't win the game, he did win for the franchise. Here's what Messi had to say.
Thanks, guys. I'm at a loss of words. Messi, you had the first round. When it slipped through your fingers, what were you thinking?
Well, I just don't want to give away any tactics for the next match, so I was just, when that does matters, I just win.
It came down, people in the stands were yelling, he's about to get 5-0'd. And then they yelled, how bad would it be if you got 5-0'd and then won the 6th round? What was racing through your head, my friend?
Well, actually, in the last round, I just kind of woke up and discovered his little tricks on me, and then just played my game and took the victory.
So next up, you have Ninja CW. Do you think you can hit that high that you hit today and just take him?
Well, I think actually he's going to be a tougher opponent. So, well, but I have some time to do the training, and I definitely know how to play my game. I would just play every round like I played the last round today.
This guy definitely lived up to his name. Messi came to play today. Woo. He got the points that he needed, even if it was just one. He got it. Back to you guys up top.
So the final score between these two teams was an epic battle. It ended 21-20 to the Birmingham Salvo, and understandably, we caught up with a very, very thrilled Michael O'Dell.
The man that needs no introduction, we officially have an international team in the World Final. How does it feel to be the first, my friend?
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's just exactly what I wanted. I can't complain. I'm pretty speechless, actually. I don't really know what to say. It's just, whoa.
How proud of you now are you of that Forza team that came out to play tonight?
That's why I picked them. Even at the draft, when I tried to keep Picasso quiet, I'd been watching him for like 3 months before that. But Davey was my #1 pick the first year, so I knew we had a fantastic team. They're only going to get better.
Your djWHEAT female came, she put the points on the board. Your djWHEAT male came, got 5-0'd. What was going through your mind? Explain to me where you were at after the 5-0.
I think when it was 3-0 up, I was thinking, no, not like this. But I knew like they could only get the draw. But once Messi got his head focused and like he actually switched on in the 6th round, one round's, I don't care if it's 5-1, whatever the score is, as long as the team wins, that's the main thing.
If you weren't here, you missed it. These guys definitely came to play. We have an international team in the World Finals. I'm excited. Are you excited, my friend?
I'm very excited. I look it.
Do not go anywhere. Guys, I'm going to send it back up top. I'm going to let these guys go celebrate. Get out of here, man.
That sets up the final bracket. It's the San Francisco Optics versus the Birmingham Salvo. The first time that two North American teams have not met in the World Finals. Last year, it was Carolina Core and the Chicago Chimera. But this year, things have changed. The San Francisco Optics fought their way back from a wild card position. They land in the finals. And the Birmingham Salvo, one single round in Dead or Alive, pits them in the finals versus the San Francisco Optics. You don't want to miss it. It happens on Monday. I'm djWHEAT from the CGS. This is ReDeYe, and we've got more coverage, articles, and recaps at thecgs.com.